They're monitoring. And they're running now. This is the entity that's gang stalking. 9XGL897. And further into murder, that's the U.S. military, and that's the U.S. military. This is F Street. They're all stalking, while those cowards who give birth to demons that are monitoring us and further into murdering us are targeting stalkers that know exactly who you are. And they know what you're doing on your device. And they're also studying the evidence on the, oh, they're not studying anything. They don't, if they studied, then they would be smarter. But they're sitting up watching and monitoring and stalking online. That's why you're running when the entity is flying over Bethel congregation, where the entity is stalking me by helicopter, by military jet, by commercial plane. And the entity is doing so under the fake sun, doing so under the fake moon, doing so while the people that stand on the roads and the highways who are losing their privileges. This is where you engage in murder. This is the ongoing threat to my life as I'm documenting the pattern of conduct in my car. Understand, they're all losing their privileges to drive, stalking, and then fleeing the scene. They do the same. You need to understand that this is what they do when they kill people on the roads and it's reported as a car accident. The U.S. military's pattern of conduct in California is framed, it's designed to profit from a corrupt and fraudulent insurance industry. They're monitoring, know exactly who I am, knows exactly when I reach for my phone, in sync with the demons that are flying. Judicially notice fact that there are no terminals where any flights are coming from the airport hovering over this Bethel congregation over F and Euclid, which is where I'm at. This is also a matter of judicially noticed facts. This is not normal light activity, which is relevant to what is identifying the specific environment where they're all stalking with light. You see that? They're molesting. That's not their headlights all the way over there. They're engaged in psychopathic pacing. Psychopaths have no business on the roads and the highways. Psychopaths routinely engage in murder, harming each other, suicidal behaviors. And it's reported as tragedies and accidents on the news that's feeding you propaganda. The news that's reported to you under the fake sun. All right, this is P.O.C. The entities engaged in this, and this is the entity that is being federally prosecuted. This is the entity that is stabbing my feet with needles. This is the entity that is stalking me in the bathroom stalls. This is the entity that's engaging what is acting like nothing is happening. They're all being diagnosed at the same time, and this is the ability through the weight of the evidence to do so categorically. Okay, that's the pattern of conduct. This is a corrupt society. Them and their children, all the generations are sharing in this government system in the U.S. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently, while the demon possessed are molesting with engineer light, Paul Leon is being federally prosecuted by virtue of what the city is engaging in. He's the same community, and I also have the city hall and the municipality, the resources of the city sharing in the same P.O.C. Okay, and they're literally monitoring in real time. These are the demons while I'm at this bus stop. And you're at that distance and my shadow's cascading across. This is a sex offender, sexual assault and battery. License 9 Sam Henry Uncle 476. That's a Caucasian woman. That's a homosexual, a predator. And the female is in the passenger side gang stalking together, molesting while studying their devices. These are demons that are engaging in the mentally ill pattern of conduct. And as you see, it's occurring while I'm inside of that building and also while I'm outside of that building, which is a Bethel congregation. This is P.O.C. It is currently 9:09 p.m. This is the entity that's engaged in an ongoing threat to my life, and there is a means of prosecuting the government and prosecuting an entire population for that unlawful threat, which they fully intend to continue threatening, to continue posing, rather. That's exactly where martial law is happening. P.O.C.